Have you honestly not come prepared again?
Okay. Trying to write it down.
So what's your question?
I'm not going to tell you.
Have you got one?
I'm going to write it down now.
Okay. And at some point, if you can look like you actually want to be here, that would be brilliant.
Well, that's a bit rude.
Sorry, yeah. I'm just looking for a smile, if I'm honest.
Oh, I'm a bit crooked at the moment.
Crooked.
Are you actually recording now?
No, this is like the pre-bit.
You've got a fan on as well.
Oh yeah, we'll have to turn the fan off.
So turn it off.
Are you ready?
I am.
Can we have a smile? Not that they'll see it, but can we have a smile?
Exactly, they're not going to see it.
She just frowned, just for context. Honestly, all we got to do is bring one thing with you. It's one question. I'll do the rest of the work.
Yeah, I do have one question ready.
Do you want me to intro?
Of course.
Lonely Man Podcast, not so Lonely Man Podcast. Dabnah here, yeah. Kind of got that mixed up there. Episode 3, to start off with. Tanya, I've got a thank you for you.
What?
Do you want to know what it's about?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to have a guess? Any ideas?
Probably bringing you back to episode 3.
Kind of. Expand on it.
And then I'll keeping you smiling.
Oh, well, that's obvious. And always. Forever. But no. I've never made it past an episode 3 in one run.
Oh, really?
I've never done a run and got to episode 3. So, thank you for that. We're going to cover a lot of topics today. Do you want to help me out here? Or 4? We're going to cover 4 topics.
You don't know the sign.
I don't know what that is.
So if you're in a public and someone shows you this sign, that means they need help.
Happiness and rariness to go.
I'll put the mask on, just like you do.
This is no mask. This is me in person and me on podcast. Always. We're going to start where we left off. We need to talk about, and you need to tell me, because we haven't even really spoke about this, the massive spider that was found. This is just a great story for the pod. So
I forgot about it. No, it was one of them days when, because I'm shit scared of spiders, as in even a tiny one. I would literally feel sick. I would feel faint. I would shake like a leaf. So my sister, my cousin in my country is the same, and she sent me a picture of a size like arrogant. Was it arrogant? Or arrogant?
I have no idea. It was an arrogant spider because it wasn't moving. It thought we fucking owned the gaff.
But basically, it was a female species, whatever, the size of a palm.
How did you know it was a female?
Because
you looked inside, felt it from the inside.
We sent it to my auntie, which is my sister's mum, and she diagnosed it. She didn't diagnose it. It's basically obvious in our country when you do have a spider like this. It's basically a mother that will be
in Latvia,
yeah. That will be basically giving birth to little spiders, or she already did, but that's why she was hanging. But instead of like killing or anything, my sister's partner caught it and lay it out of the balcony.
He's built different, you know, that I would stop paying rent. I'd just leave. It would own the house.
My sister was literally there with a backpack.
Yeah. Gone.
Just saying, you know what, I'm done. I'm not living there.
I'd have just packed up the baby. Well, maybe not. I might have left it there for a little meal and then fucking gone away on my toes. But it does bring me to a question from this. You ready?
Go on.
Right. What animals/insects are you most afraid of? Just so you can tell the people to get to know a bit more about us and about that.
It's definitely spiders.
Yeah.
And cockroaches.
I can confirm. I can't confirm the other one because obviously.
Yeah, you haven't seen me around with the cockroaches. But if I'm gonna see one, I'm gonna freak out. And I mean, I did tell you the story that.
Hey, this is a podcast. It's 4 stories, so
right.
This is. You know, on the one day when you didn't want to speak, you're starting the podcast. Stop doing your cringe for.
But now, well, I am scared of the cockroaches because when I was little, and my mom and someone else bought a flat for the first time, but it was It was a new house. It was a burnt house. The homeless people were living over there. So basically the cheapest flat that you could ever get. Yeah. And I remember I was 6, maybe 7 years old, and we were living in that flat for the first time on the floor, on the mattress. I was hugging my mum, and I would wake up during the night in the dark, because we still didn't have a light as well at that time, feeling that something is crawling on me. And the only time we would see when we would put the candle on, and then I would see just hundreds of cockroaches just like crawling on the bed, on me, on the walls, in my hair, in my mum's hair and everything.
It took time to get rid of them,
It
or you
took
got
time.
exterminators in, or
But
something
it was weird, because normally you do see them during the daytime, but at that time we didn't, or maybe I just don't remember.
How did you eradicate the problem? Did you just burn the house down? Or?
No, I'm pretty sure they did call a specialist or someone, because obviously they've done a renovation in that flat, and the flat is beautiful now, and there was nothing wrong. But that was the first time I've seen it, and I'm traumatized for the whole life.
It's a proper rags to riches story though, because obviously you started with that, and then I assume you got rid of them, and like a nice paint job, and I've never seen them again. Laid in bed with teddy bears rather than cockroaches, I assume.
Yeah, but I've never seen them again after. But if I do see them on the TV, or for example,
freaks you out.
Yeah, if you go to a zoo, or I'm a celebrity or something, and it freaks me out. But spiders, I don't know, it's been there forever, and I see them every single day.
You know why spiders are so scary? Well, I think spiders are on my list too. Because of the way that they move. They either don't move, and when a spider doesn't move, if you actually look at them, they actually look more ridiculous. Like, they don't actually look scary. As soon as they move and they do this pivot thing, I'll put a video in so it makes sense. But as soon as they start doing this, that's the scary part. The moving, the unmovement, the not moving, isn't that scary. But with spiders, bigger that they get, the scarier that they are. Like, spiders that you think are scary, to me, are like so small. I can kill them without even thinking about it. But to me, it's like an instinct thing. I don't want to kill anything, if I'm honest. But I also can't live knowing that it's there. So I'm kind of like you. But then I'm also like, out of sight, out of mind. I mean, there could be loads in here right now. We don't know. They haven't appeared. But as soon as they appear, they've got to go. But saying that, I have been known to move spiders, especially when it comes to my job. But yeah, I get it. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's what a freaky way to think about it, because yes, I'm scared of them, and then like last year in summer when it was too hot, like we would be sleeping and I would wake up because a spider would literally crawl from the top to my face, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, literally had to be me, the person that is shit scared of it, just choose my face during the night.
Yeah.
Like, how is it possible as a night? Are they feeling it?
Oh, you're definitely a target when it comes to insects.
Exactly.
Like, you got to think in the summer, like when it's gnats and that, like you just get targeted. But I think some people are just like that. I think it's just one of them unfortunate people. But I don't. I'm only brave for you, so I don't think about it. But if I actually stopped and I didn't flow through that motion, I'd freeze. So I truly get it. Like, my brother's definitely afraid of spiders. Like, it's horrible. And when somebody's scared of something and you love that person, it makes it 10 times harder. So that's why when you see it, I have to act then, because otherwise it could be a long day.
That would be me with you being scared of the bees if they're here, or the rat.
Yeah.
If you would see the rat.
Bees isn't on my list. I just find them inconvenient. Like, summer's great, but bees ruin it. Like they do great things for, obviously, the plants, and that is great. Probably all the lights would go out and the planet would fall out the sky if there was no bees. But honestly, I don't have time for them. But wasps are worse than bees.
I can't stand wasps.
Because bees will sting you, then they'll just die. The other ones will just carry on stinging.
When you talk about wasps, it keeps reminding me of that scene when my dad got the wasp in the garden, and it was the size of a fucking whole
just feared us, though. He was like fingering it, like he was so calm with it, and that is scary.
It is.
Did you say an animal?
Animal? I'm actually not afraid of any animals. I don't think so.
So imagine now something comes in the room. What would it be, animal-wise, that you're like?
See, I'm not the type of a person when I see an animal, I'm like, ah.
For every animal, though.
Maybe hyena. If I saw, I wouldn't come near it.
Yeah, but they're vicious anyway, so you can find one of them in your bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in fairness, you won't find a lot of animals in your bedroom, but yeah. My insects are spiders. Spiders is on my list, but for the people I love, I will murk a spider. Mine's rats though. I just like.
It's a little ratatouille.
Rats, mouse, like I can't do it. Like, and I used to work in a warehouse. Bear rats, like, and that was fine because I was in my job and I was a leader, so I had to brave face a lot of it. Like, I was kind of in the same situation that I feel in here sometimes. Like, they're just so scary. Like, and you prank me with them like constantly. Like, we was walking through the park about like a year and a half ago.
From the forest.
And you said, and I don't know what it is. I just lose my shit. You find them in forests that we go in. You're trying to stand over there, and then I'll see it. Just seeing it's enough. You go, look at the towel. It's like a thick wand of a towel. Oh, even just thinking about it just gets me jittery and shivery and.
Imagine being in that scene of a Harry Potter when they were turning rats into the animals into was it not a mug but like a glass.
Oh yeah. There we go, the big boy sound.
And imagine you had the broken wand like Ron, and you were trying to make your rat to turn into that, and then the tail was still moving, and you were trying to drink from it.
Definitely, I think I'd hang myself with the towel. Another one for me is I've just thought about it. It's gone. Oh, and snakes.
Oh. See, I'm fine with snakes as well.
No, but also, like, what do you find good about rats? Like, did you say you find them cute?
I used to have a rat.
No, I know that.
I used to have when I was small. I had a white rat. I didn't really like it because it had red eyes, so it looked poisoned.
I mean, they're all poisoned. But
it was a home rat. And then I had hamster as well, so it's kind of the same species.
You probably have ferrets and all that as well.
I used to have one ferret. Ferret is my favorite. If I could choose any animal to have right now, I would choose it over a dog. Like ferret.
Yeah, you've lost your mind.
Because they're very cheerful, they're joyful, they're runny, they smell, but it's just like you never know what to expect. So I love them.
No, sure.
Snakes. I did tell you. I don't know. I might give you a picture to insert if you want.
No, you're right. No. Well, no, I'll insert the picture. Yeah.
Of me being.
I'll try and do it blind.
Of me being little and like crossing my arms, while someone else is holding a massive snake next to me.
I remember once. You get the adventure people that come into your school.
Oh, they're the best.
They got all them in the plastic like tubs. I remember once they asked me to, and all the kids in the class, so about 30 kids have touched this snake, and they've gone, and they're telling me that I have to touch it. I said, 100%, I do not have to touch that. And like, I just remember like they kept taking it away, but then bringing it close, and they've done it so many times. This gesture, I could see this little head fucking poking out. Started crying, horrible. And. Do you know what it is as well? I don't even think the snakes are my own fear. I think a lot of it is from my mum. I think a lot of people can push fears onto you that you never had.
Could be.
Because my mum is like deathly afraid of them, and I've never been deathly afraid of them, but now I'm very much. And since I've been little, I've known about this fear, so I've always kind of known in my brain to slightly fear them. If someone's dancing outside, sorry for the audio listeners. Always just been cautious.
But then if I'm thinking about it, like, fair enough, you're afraid of snakes, but then I'm remembering the time when we were in a SeaWorld and we had a chance to touch a starfish.
Yeah.
So I washed my hands properly and I've touched the starfish. And and I've asked you to touch you and you were not ready to do it?
No. See, like, because like of it, oh no, there's jellyfish. I think about the ones that sting you and you've got to piss on someone. No, I don't know. I don't fuck with certain, like, they're aliens. Like, I'm not about it. Like, even you were talking about the snake in the water and that. I was just like, no, like, I can't touch any of them. Another one for me too. Dragonflies.
They're cute.
I've got an even dumber fucking story about that. I was like 10. One flew in front of my face, yeah. I was literally eyeing it like nose to nose. I was gonna fucking tongue, and I could hear it went, and it just shot off. And I have lost my. I think I've smacked myself in the face trying to like bat it out the way, almost knocked myself out. And like I remember just having a massive panic attack, and I went all out, and I was screaming. I'm probably out with my brothers, and they've gone, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Like, it's the smallest thing, and it flew away. But then I'm cautious the whole way. Like, I'm looking behind me, to the side, everywhere. Horrible. And I think things have happened when I'm very young, and I haven't liked them, and I've never truly got over them. So now I'm so cautious, overly cautious.
You wouldn't be able to survive if me and you flew to my dad's background country. Because when I went there in summer, the only one thing I could see every single day, it was the dragonflies.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, I used to take pictures of them. There were different colours, there were different sizes as well. But you wouldn't be able to survive them.
Horror, honestly, like, I don't know what it is, and these things we shouldn't even fear. Like, we humans, we're so clever. We've got like the size of advantage and that. But like, isn't it crazy how something so small or big or your own fear can like put you back that far? Like,
you know what's crazy? Because obviously you just said that you're scared of rats, and obviously you're obviously scared of the sound of them when they make it.
I think a lot for me is the movement. But yeah, go
on. So when we're at my parents' house, I'm still surprised that during the evening time, you haven't experienced a bat in my parents'
Bats is another one, but I've never really bumped into bats.
That's the thing.
You know?
When I used to live in there, during the evening time, I would walk around in a garden, and I would hear them, and they would literally fly right next to me as well.
We had one when me and your dad went out. One like it kind of come down off the roof, like went round us, and I was like, "What was that?" I just thought it was like a bird or something. It was a bat, and I was like this. And he was like, "It's a bat, what?" And just in his like,
yeah,
I'm Batman, kind of way. I was like, "No, mate, what are you talking about?" So yeah. Anything else you want to add about animals?
No, because I'm not scared of them.
Yeah, see, you're just harder than me.
As I said,
maybe it's because I'm British. Just fucking afraid of everything.
Not really, but yeah, it would be hyena, but obviously they're not like pets.
And obviously, you're not really gonna meet one. Like,
I'm not gonna meet them.
In a zoo
the only one that I would meet and probably make me like cringe or be a bit in a shock. It's I don't know the breed of the dog. They're small. They're not pit bulls, but their face is quite long and they're ugly.
No idea.
If I'll find
No, find it. We'll put it in the pod, and then it'll probably be something that I look at and laugh at, because I'll be like, "Oh, are you scared of that?"
No, it looks like they don't have a nose. It's just a straight thing and like a small forehead as well.
Oh, like white kind of dog.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what they are, but I also know what you're saying.
So they're the ones. I've seen them probably twice in my life, and when I do see them, I'm like, I don't want to be around.
I'll see if I can find them.
And I remember I was in a forest and I saw it once with my previous dog, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because it looks like a crocodile, but it's not crocodile. It has
long-nosed dog.
Maybe no nose, like a Voldemort fighting dog as well. Yes.
Yeah.
They're horror.
I don't know what that is, though. It's not telling me.
Does it say in a cute, super cute dogs?
Super cute.
They've lost their minds. They're not cute at all.
It'll come up in a sec. Terrier? Yeah, see,
yeah,
I
bull
was
terrier.
Gonna say terrier, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, no, that is it. And that's an ugly dog too. Like, why would you? If you get a dog, it's got to be a cute dog. Like,
yeah.
Why would you? What do you find about that that's remotely cute? or needed.
No, it's not cute. Maybe when they're small and their face is not as long and their nose is still existing. But then when they turn older, they're like Voldemort.
That's just like
on
nose
4
for
legs.
nose sake. Next, I've got a note on it. Steve singing on karaoke. And he was doing his songs.
Oh my god.
Just tell the people, set the scene.
It was one of the nights when your best friend, my best friend now, my bodyguard, your bodyguard,
and her bodyguard,
came around, and we were trying to find the songs to entertain each other, and then we tried to find if he can sing something.
Done a song each, I think.
Yeah, and then Steve was like, "Oh, what about Disney?"
Oh, what? When I wasn't involved for like an hour. Yeah, that was great, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then he started talking about you're our guest from Beauty and the Beast. And when... Oh, careful with the copyright.
No, I'm not that good. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
And he tried to sing it, but he was like, put it on. And when we started putting it on, he just gave us like a whole performance, and he was like doing the proper dance, jumping.
He was doing them kicks as well, wasn't he?
The best part was when he trying to pretend that he was that, what's her name? Basically a mother kettle, the kid.
You didn't have to try hard.
And I remember the baby was kicking at that same time, and he was like, let's put another Disney song, and then we start playing Aladdin's song, A Whole New World.
Honestly, I switched off about like...
Yeah, you were there zoned out.
You guys were in your bag, and I was just like, you know what, I'll just leave them. I know, like, it will pass at some point. Eventually you will get bored, but you didn't really, so... Basically, my night with my friend turned into a Disney night, and fair play.
It wasn't even for me. He was actually more excited to see and hear if the baby will kick at that point.
Yeah, but...
And then we were recording him, and we said, well, we're going to show to the baby later on, and say, oh, look at Uncle.
But he was there for me.
Yeah, but you had your time together.
Raw. Okay. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Singing in front of people, how do we feel about it?
You know, I keep reminding myself of jukebox night when I performed.
Should I put that clip in?
No chance.
Here's the clip.
If you ever put that, you know what's coming next.
I'll put the clip, but I'll blur the face.
No.
Are you threatening that other picture?
Yes.
That was more than £2. So you're... That's a note on here, but we'll get to that later.
So...
not a fan of singing in front of people.
I love singing in my own language because
no one can understand you. They don't know if it's good.
No, it's not about understanding. It's like the notes that I can hit hard, and it just sounds much better because I'm not trying to pronounce the words as in English.
Yeah. But
I'm just floating with it. And even like my grandma, if she sings, grandmas will be like, oh my god, my grandchild is singing so well, blah blah blah. But no, because she actually loves me singing, and she will sometimes would give us a call and ask me to sing in our language, and like I don't mind that because you see me singing in front of my family as well.
Yeah. But
if it's in English, I'm like, well, first of all, I don't really know the lyrics. Second of all, it's just I'm pronouncing it so wrong. And it doesn't sound right.
You never pronounce anything wrong, Tanya. I will not have that. You speak perfect English. You probably speak better English than me.
I speak better English since the day you met me. That was a proper accent.
Did you like proper try and like focus in then?
I did. And you know what's funny and horrible? I could never understand when your mum and sister would talk to each other.
Yeah. I
never understood the accent.
Shall we do it now quickly? Should I do an example?
Well, try.
So I actually quite like singing in front of people. It actually like gives me this buzz. I like singing like The Shape of You. I love being up there. I love the dancing. I like the spectacle. I love the performance. Kind of like that.
No, because I can still...
I can go faster.
No, it's not about faster. Not fast. It's you are actually saying the words, but when I'm listening to your mum, when she's into the proper Dagenham,
she's like, I'm so fucking cockney, it hurts.
For me, it sounds like she's swallowing the words. Like that's what we say. And when she's just into and she speaks to your sister or anyone else.
You mean when we speak to each other? Obviously,
yes.
like when we present ourselves, it's very different.
Yeah. But when she talks to me, I can see her kind of like trying to
slow it
down and everything.
Yeah. Which is how I sing, talk to you sometimes.
But before
you understand everything now.
Well, with you.
Yeah, mostly. I love singing. I love a bit of karaoke. I do love the old performance of it all. I don't mind singing in front of people. I think like the only thing I struggle with is like when I've recorded and I'm playing my songs, find it bare awkward. But I have to show people to get the feedback to then like go maybe it's a bit more this and a bit more that. Because if it's just me, I'm just gonna assume like everything's fine or it's better than it should be. But people can give me that perspective on it.
But you don't really have to ask for the opinion from the karaokes. Because karaoke is
but everyone's smashed up, so it doesn't matter. No, I'm just saying like the only...
Or just in general singing.
I'm trying to relate to you and like the shyness and that. Like, that's the only time I struggle. Obviously, when I play you a song, I'm always like, like it's not done, they're not proper vocals, blah, blah, blah. I try and like put a little asterisk there saying, look, like it's not done, this is just the idea. But apart like, and I could never sing in front of people like that. But I could do karaoke. Do you know what would be interesting? Like, and this will come us slightly later. Like, if I could get up and do it like sober, I think that would be very different. Like,
that's it. Yeah, because I've never seen you. Well, I've seen you singing your songs when you're not drunk or anything. But I've never seen you, if, for example, in front of family, and you're like, you know what, let me sing when you're sober. Yeah.
So that would be interesting. What about singing in the shower? Are we a fan?
Oh, I used to be a fan.
Put some belters in the shower.
Not when we got a neighbour next to us.
No, I don't care. Like, I mean, he's getting a free performance if you think about it, you know.
But no, you can hear me singing sometimes if I'm putting like proper like a country sign.
Mine's all like the chick music, like the pop classics. Like, I'm just
I can't do that.
I love it.
No.
Or like an Ed Sheeran in the shower. I fucking love that.
No, for me it would be more like an opera. Yeah.
Anything that's quite like that fills the lungs.
Yeah.
It's great in the shower, and you always feel because the music is so loud and the shower rainwater is so loud that no one can hear you, but they can.
And it feels like it sounds way better in the shower as well.
That's the acoustics in the room. It sounds like echo. It's basically like free reverb. That's why it sounds so good, because it feeds back your voice. But obviously, if you try to replicate that in a microphone, where the sound is so compressed, it'll be very, very different. Trust me, I was like, I sound sick in the shower. Easier said than done. I'm gonna go for a wee, so we're gonna do a pause.
Okay.
And then when we come back, do you want to guess? Don't look at the screen.
Don't
look at the screen.
I can't see.
Don't make me put privacy glass on it.
I can't even see.
Guess. West Ham.
Oh, that's you. I can go for a wee at that time.
Back in a sec. Sorry, I just had to strangle a python. I was thinking, what can I say in there? I'm not
Keep it PG.
Keep it a family podcast, everyone calm down. Right, doesn't matter. Anyway, Man United. These are my notes. We'll just rattle through it. We fucking know what we're doing here, right? 2-0. It was a good game. But this is against a shocking Man United team. Two teams, again, that deserve to be where they are because of their poor season. What's going on? Sorry, the show's over here, not over there.
She's more important than you.
She keeps stealing the limelight and I'm not happy with it.
She's probably kicking because she doesn't like you talking about football.
Hey, this is football's life. And we'll get onto that later. Big game because we was in the same position. So if we won, we went above. And it would also mean if we continue to winning, we'll get onto that, we could finish above them. And did we? We'll see.
Can't Can't read your notes?
No, I just read it a bit faster than I thought. Souček, unmarked at the back post, 1-0. Come on, West Ham. He's also my mate. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but I've met him.
About 100,000 times.
And then he done this insert celebration here. Celebration. And obviously, ever since the day I met him, he's been playing better. So, obviously, that word I had with him in Asda, he took it on board. And then 2-0, Bowen, classic Bowen goal. Through the keeper's legs as well. We love it. Key players in that game, Souček, Bowen, obviously. Kudos, Ariola had a banging game, then ruined it in the next one. We'll get to that. Wan-Bissaka, by the way, Man United said in Wan-Bissaka, you know, our left back, how insane is he? He's actually too good. He's up and down that pitch like a yo-yo, right? We won this game because we stuck to the game. I'm literally talking to Tanya now. She's just like, I want this bit to be over so badly. I don't get to talk about football, so let me talk about football.
You should have a different podcast for
football. You know when I first started on YouTube, I had this thing called Football Roundup. If you remember the Football Roundup, you were an OG, right? And I used to talk about every single one of our games. I'll show you a video later.
Oh,
genuinely, like, it's some of the best stuff and football bangs, right? I've done West Ham, I've done England, I've done the Euros, I've done World Cup, I think. And every year I try and do a predictions video, so you better get used to it, because when the next season starts, we're doing from position 1 to 20. Yeah, together. We're doing. Oh, what, you didn't realise?
No.
Problem though? Get over yourself, grow up. From 1 to 20 position table of where I think the teams are going to end up. You're not excited?
And I have to be involved.
Yeah. This is going to be a whole podcast episode. And while you're there, you can just count the kicks. Anyway, I'll rattle through it. Yeah, we saw the game through. We kind of took our chances. Only reason that we really won the game. And it was against a poor Man United team, but it shows you what could be possible next season.
Why did you look at me like that? You looked at me moving like, what?
And then we played Forest, 2-1 loss. Shocking, disappointed, shit first goal to give away. What a gift that you was there watching it with me, remember?
No.
Our goalkeeper gave it away, and then I woke you up, or I pulled you out of your phone for 5 seconds, and he passed the ball, remember? And I just praised him, so I'm taking it back instantly. He just made a game that was already hard, because we're playing a team that is like challenging for Champions League. He made it 10 times harder by just passing the ball away. What an idiot. I've never really trusted him either. I do think he's a good goalkeeper, but it reminds me of Adrian. If you guys remember Adrian when he used to play for West Ham, goalkeeper. Always looks like he had a mistake in him. Yeah, so it's embarrassing, but made a tough game even harder. The second goal was shocking. Literally, the ball came in, remember?
Yeah.
It was a free kick, it was swung in. It's missed all of our... And we're known for having like a tall, like physical team. Someone headed it in. 2-0 easy. And we're supposed to be good in aerial challenges. We was not. And then the game was already done. There was no coming back, but Bowman scored in the last few minutes, remember?
I do.
With that little back heel and then the finish, and then I turned around and I saw Tanya's mouth was wide open. She was like, "Oh my god, what a finish!" That's from my guy Bowen. If it wasn't for him, where would we be? Goal of the season contender. Easy. And I'm not just talking about for the West Ham boys. I'm saying like that's the best goal I've seen this season. Am I biased? Definitely. What a strike. We'd be lost without him. No real celebrations because a comeback definitely wasn't happening. To be honest, based on the season we had, I wouldn't blame him if he thought about leaving. But he won't, because he's signed down to like a 5-year contract. And his dad's Daddy Dyer. And his whole family lives in East Ham now. So we should be okay. But you couldn't blame him for thinking about it based on the season that West Ham had.
Everyone have their different
You want to expand on any points that I've made? Get involved in a bit of football, you know? I'm asking you a question.
You're asking me a question?
Yes, that was a question.
Oh.
Would you blame Bowen if you thought about it?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
When you're... It's like when you're at work and you're working there for 3-4 years and then you get like a new manager which is going to be a shit person, not knowing what to do, unprofessional, and not giving much of a new team lead excitement and rules and performance, you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? If I already spent 4 years or 3 years doing something and I quite enjoyed it, but now I'm just gonna do it there differently but in a shit way. So why am I here with such an experience?
Definitely.
So it's quite similar with Bowen.
But obviously the team is the bad manager, and he's the one on his own, feeling like, come on team. And it's just been an all-round bad season. Like, I remember, obviously, when we first started dating, it was the best time to slide in as a West Ham fan.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think I was saying?
I don't know, you just paused at that time.
Because it was, and like, it really does dictate my mood. Do you want to tell people how it's been?
No, you were horrible. As in, like, if West Ham was losing, you wouldn't even fucking talk to me for like 2 hours. I'd be like, oh, can I have a food?
You know, Tanya, you're painting me out as a person that I'm not. You know. No, it has been rough, but we'll get onto that later. But it was classic. Like, we've made the game, this Forest game, harder for ourselves. And in the last game, it felt like one step forward by winning, but then like another fucking 4 backwards because we just like giving the ball to the other teams. Yesterday we had Ipswich. He was probably asleep for this game. We won 3-1.
I did watch that game.
This was yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't asleep.
Right.
You know why? Because you were telling me that you...
James, I thought...
bet on the wrong team.
Oh, yeah. I might have made a mistake yesterday. My betting app, you should bet responsibly, guys, if you do. And look at what you're putting in there.
Great example.
I've had to come out the app because for some reason it doesn't do it on the first go, so do it on the second go. But I've just seen the game, but I've forgotten about the whole like home away thing, so I've just pressed home win like a fucking simp, thinking that maybe West Ham were playing at home, but obviously Ipswich were. So it doesn't matter because 2 of the other teams didn't win, so I would have lost anyway. But if it was that one game, I'd have been pissed. Yeah, so James Ward-Prowse goal, Bowen lays it off, James Ward-Prowse finishes it. How great it is to have him back. I don't even know why we got rid of him in the first place. Absolutely mental. Ipswich made it easy, creating their own problems. But what do I care? Because we won 3-1. Then at 1-1 when they scored, do you remember? I was like, here we fucking go.
I was in the toilet at that time.
Remember,
and when I heard you... I was
like, oh, fuck off.
I'm like, oh, there it is.
And I thought it was going to be like a hard game. Then Bowen makes sure, again, everything I say is just like Bowen, like he's like get out of jail free card, and it shouldn't be like that. It should
don't
be
have to mention it every 5 minutes.
A team performance. No, but he is the GOAT, and England are going to miss him. But that's another conversation for another pod. What a finish! I wrote the glazing continues. Then 3-1 from Kudos. Did you notice when he scored, he just didn't celebrate? So I think he's on his way out. I know Saudi are interested in him, so
oh, really?
he's probably going to go for that money, which is a shame because he's one of my favourite players. But this season he hasn't really been at the races apart from like a few games. But it would be sad to see him go. Hopefully we can keep him, but obviously that money talks. Great performance, but let's not forget it was against a relegated team. Not much to celebrate about, but thank you for giving me something to cheer about come the end of the season.
Have we done?
No, almost. So obviously the season's finished now.
Yeah.
I've got to find something
for 3 months.
For 12 weeks. I think we're back on like the 14th of August. Not that I've planned. I'm just
like
saying.
3 weeks, almost.
No.
Almost, or 3 months.
Weeks.
Sorry.
Almost. Yeah. I was just gonna sum up West Ham's season in general.
So it's not finished.
Well, no, it says West Ham's season has now finished. But this segment hasn't.
Why am I here?
I was going to ask you to ask me some questions about the season and why it's
about
been so
season?
bad. Yeah.
Me. Ask your brothers.
So you're not doing that? I'll get rid of that then.
What, me and football questions?
I can rattle through this one too, if you want. You're almost begging me to. Tough, change of manager, aging squad, it's half a Moyes squad, and half of Lopetegui's squad. The mix wasn't right all season. We've had 2 different styles. One was all-out attacking football with no regard for defence and leaking goals here and there. The second was not to concede goals, to tighten up at the back, but not much given up top. Quite similar to a Moisey style of football, but obviously we want to progress. And this is 2 managers we don't feel like we've progressed with so far. To be fair, the forwards, I say forwards lightly, I mean more of our wingers. They've done well considering that there's no Antonio, no Fulkrug. Them injuries have pretty much killed us. I'm looking forward to just getting rid of a load of players. Let Potter bring in who he thinks, or at least like start to shape the team that he wants. Like I said in my last video on the last pod, give him 1 season, see how he goes. If it's similar to what we've got, we know that he's not the man for us. But this season has been a write-off, and I never thought I'd say this. I couldn't wait for the end of the season. You know, when it finished,
you were quite disappointed with it.
Yesterday, I was just glad it was over. I was just like, fucking hell. And like, they went round, obviously they clapped the away fans that come, but I was just like, it's just not unsincere, but I was just kind of like, yeah, like just go in the tunnel, like stop it, like don't clap. Like there's nothing to go round and clap about, because this season, honestly, has been as bad as it used to be. This is going back like 7 to 10 years ago. Awful. It's been that bad. Yeah,
and they've been keeping hurting Bowen as well, especially the last game.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't like it when he gets touched,
nope.
do you? Further thoughts on Potter, obviously, I'm giving him his chance this season. Not that it matters if I give him a chance or not, but like, just don't get on his back right now, because he has just come in, and to be fair, he has stopped us shipping goals, but I know we're still losing games. But give him a window, let him play some football, and hopefully he can sprinkle some of that Brighton.
Well, you think everything will get better?
I hope so. It can't get worse, really. We are better at the back. We're stabilising a little bit. Obviously, we have our episodes, but it's a new manager, man. Like, it's going to take time. And
but how long does a new manager have to take time for the team to be better? Next,
you see how they do in pre-season. Not that that matters, but see how they're playing. See them get a load of players in, give them till Christmas. If it's still rocky, we're still like, I don't know, like just above the relegation spot, then maybe it's time to think about going again. But the trouble with sacking managers, when you do that, you've just got to start that rebuilding process again. So at the moment, it is just about getting over the line, and to be fair, he's done that. The main problem while we sat Lopetegui was because he's shipping goals. To be fair to Potter, he stopped that now. But there's still a fucking long way to go. And I don't even want to, like, obviously I'd love to see us like Europa League football again, which is where I think West Ham should be. Having them Thursday nights back would be brilliant. But at the moment, it's just about like sitting where we normally sit, you know, round 10th. Take that. That's all I want. And a cup run. That's it. And I'll be more than happy.
See, I asked you a question.
Thank you. It's going to be sad that Ipswich have gone down now, because I won't see Ed Sheeran on TV.
Oh God, anymore. I couldn't care less. You know, when you just keep on talking about Ipswich. Oh, do you remember who's a fan of Ipswich?
I'm a big fan of Ed Sheeran.
I don't care. But you're not a fan of Ipswich, so what does it matter?
Yeah, but I'm a fan of him. Probably will buy an Ipswich shirt.
He wasn't there last game.
He was there with Lewis Capaldi.
Well, I was surprised that you didn't say anything on that time.
No, because
it didn't go
I just wanted it over. And that's it. We're going to continue to talk about football, but different. And this is you, because how you laughed was amazing. That segment's done now. I genuinely promise you. Jack screaming over Chelsea.
Oh, fucking hell.
Take it away.
Fucking hell.
It was Man United, when Chelsea played Man United. They won 1-0.
Yeah, your brother was going mental on that time. At first he was just so quiet, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be quiet, Tanya, I'll be quiet. I'm just gonna watch your football in a corner with my beer." And then all I hear, "Fucking hell, you dickhead, you cunt! VAR, ref, give it to him." And I'm like, what's happening? And then I was keep on sending videos to my mum and dad, and obviously my dad is a big fan of Chelsea as well, and he got involved and sent the video back, as in like singing the Chelsea song as well. He was like, "Oh my god, that's so fun," and your brother loved it as well. But then, yeah, after every single scream, he would turn around like, "I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry." I'll be quiet.
I'm into how bad he was as we're talking. But then I was gonna ask you a question. Why do men take football so seriously? Or at least why do you think? And then I'll respond.
Oh, I think it's like a kind of an adrenaline all the time, as in like, because you never know how it's gonna end, but you still want to watch it because it intrigues you and it kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it's just playing with your emotions every single time,
No,
you know? And I think it's a good an opportunity to see your friends or be in a football clubs as well, because you can go to the pub and you can talk to the people from the same teams or not even from the same teams, but you can compare them and just have much more to talk about, because it's obviously it's interesting for someone but not so interesting for someone, because you can be just loving to watch people running and scoring the goals, or actually get into details of the background lives of the footballers, where they're going next, what they're going to do, what they're eating, and how they're training, you know? So I think it's kind of a hobby as well.
Yeah, I suppose so. Like, it's that thing, isn't it? Like, the first thing you asked a bloke, well, there's two questions. Like, it's either like, do you like football, or you try and talk about pints or the pub or something. And if they say no to both, it's hard to see where the conversation goes from there.
And I think it also comes as a family culture, because obviously if your parent, like dad, used to watch, you will follow the team. Well, not really, yeah. But you will still love the sport itself, you know, even if it's a different team.
Definitely. I just think, like, people don't realise how important football is to men sometimes. And I'm not even talking like down a dark road or anything like that. I just mean, like, when the season's over, like now, and I could be way more football boy than I normally am, but I'm not. I try and keep it on that even keel. But, you know, for 12 weeks now, these lads, like, not going to know what to do with themselves, because it is that, like, you've got football Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's a long time. That's a lot of hours to fill with other stuff, and it's just a passion. Like, when you've got a club, and I suppose because you're the fan, because you're sitting there, because you know you can't influence it. Maybe you can if you're at the stadium, but if you're just watching the games, like, you just want it. But I think it's like betting. Like, it's so out of your control. You're leaving your feelings off to something else. Yeah. That's quite a lot of power to give something else, and I think a lot of people, underestimate that, because to anyone walking past the screen with football on, they'll just go, "Oh, fucking grow up!" Like, and it's not that. There's more to it.
But then, yeah, it's because you do have a passion for the football. But say, for example, if you do see a horse ride, you know, on a TV.
I'm the same, but I am an adrenaline junkie.
Exactly, you know? But you will look at the TV and you will like, grow up. You would like to watch the horse ride, you know?
No, true.
So it's quite similar to that. So it depends on what you actually love doing and seeing on the screen, you know?
100%.
It's like choosing different types of movies or TV series.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just it's a passion, right? It's like anything else, and
good chance to see your lads and go somewhere abroad to watch the football or anything.
Socially, is amazing.
Yeah, especially if they're working. If they're playing home as well, so you can get cheaper tickets and just go and watch it.
It's a day out for someone, isn't it, Tanya?
Yeah.
Gaining £2. I'll leave you to it.
I can't remember the second set, but I remember the first time. We were in Tesco.
Oh.
And
forgot about it.
I was checking some vegetables and everything, and it was quite hot as well. And then you kind of felt yourself, and all you done is just picked up your shirt, as in I could see your nipples. Yeah. And then you were like, "Oh, I forgot myself." And then the person came in as well. And then the second time,
she was dribbling too. You see her? She had a snail trail on her way out. No, it was a man.
It was where was the second time? And I said, oh yeah, but it's £2. Oh, we were at your mum's, and we were sitting down, and you kind of were on the chair, and your your second bum was showing, and I was like, oh, you're very
love handles for the people.
I was like, you're very confident with your second bum. I mean, like, oh, yeah. And it's only £2.
No, and it is. It still is. I don't know what's happened. But this is the thing. When I relax, I enjoy it. But the reality and the consequences of doing these things are horrible. And my biggest fear is that I let it go so much that I can't get it back. But let's be honest. I've got about 2 stone to play with. Because I know I can get back down.
At least you can.
But you're growing another human being. It's very different. But I don't know. It genuinely scares me. Does stuff like that scare you, or?
What, as in to gain 2 stones or £2?
Or being gaining in general. Not right now. Obviously, a limit minus right now. Minus the situation you're in.
Yes.
Because my DNA is inside you. As you keep saying, this is your fault.
Yeah, it's your DNA inside of me growing. Probably them £2 that you just passed through.
No, that is more than £2. Trust me. If I ever got to that again, I'll kill myself.
That's rude.
Whoa,
what are you trying to say?
No, I'm talking about harm to myself. I'm not really.
But you pointed at me.
I'm a very happy person.
You pointed at me.
No, I was just pointing. Not you. You're beautiful. I've never seen such a beautiful
woman.
I've never seen such a beautiful pregnant lady in my life. Your figure is to die for. I'm into pregnant women. As in just you. Carry on.
Keep saving.
It was a good save though.
No, of course. I've always been cautious and worried about gaining weight, because that's always been a problem for me, because I would only lose weight if I'm in a proper fucked up depression. And you've met me at that time. Yeah. And I was like a stick, call it like that.
By the way, we're not promoting not eating.
Oh no, it's not that. No,
but it does work.
No, I was eating at that time, but because you're mentally ill at that point of your life, it's just your body doesn't want to keep the nutritions inside and the protein and everything. It's just like it gets rid of it because the stress level.
It doesn't want it.
No, it doesn't want it. But when you start being happy and you're just enjoying life and you're starting to be comfortable with the person you're around, and you're like, oh, you know what? Even if I'm gonna have that second bum or anything you call it, you're like, that person not gonna leave you because you fell in love with the soul, not with the body, you know?
Yeah, but also saying, and you're right. I just want to make this clear.
I was gonna say,
but you can get carried away with that.
Yeah, you can. And
sometimes either your partner has to pull you. Not that I would or you would. It's just about us. They need to. I don't know. At what point do you let someone go so much? Do you get what I mean? Like you love them, but maybe they're not seeing what they're doing to themselves. Not that being fat's a problem, but
it's like how
it's a health issue then.
It's how we were last year. We didn't realise both. We didn't realise both that I went fat. You went fat as well. It's not just chubby.
Why are you fucking staring me at? I know I was a big boy. Insert picture here.
I was a big girl as well. And you're not inserting the
picture. No, I meant of me. Okay. But I'm editing it. No, that bit. There's just a blank screen right now.
Yeah, because you can't fit on the screen.
Oh. We're the same weight.
Anyway.
Go on.
No, we were not.
Put your knife away and I'll put mine away.
Well, I've lost my mind now. But yeah, it's just you
the love.
You just don't realise, because when you live with someone as well and you constantly see that person, you don't see the change because you're just focused basically on the eyes, and the face. Yes, it's a bit rounded, but
and other parts.
PG.
It's a PG podcast. Whoa there, boy. Sorry.
You're making me sick.
There was an open goal. I had to finish it. There's another one. Stick it in. Whoa there, boy. No, go on.
And yeah, so I didn't realise I was gaining weight, but I also been on medication. I had my implant.
Wow. We sorted that out, didn't we?
Yeah, quite fast. But you, it was different as well for you. Because I can't say it.
No, go on.
No, I can't say it.
No, go on. No, because I can just cut it if I... Oh, no. Beep! No, I know. I struggle with, like, food, and obviously I like my drinks and that, and I popped up. I ballooned up a little bit. Okay, sure. And there's some horror pictures of me, but as much as you've got, I've got. Okay, we've both got we've both got.
You know, I've got more than you.
I don't think you realise what I've got. No, you don't see all them pictures I take when you're sleeping.
You don't take.
Who knows?
I know, because I do.
Hey, look, let's both just lay our guns down and have a hug.
Don't know about that.
We'll call it a draw then.
For now.
Okay. We was going to go Southend, remember?
Yeah,
but we didn't. We cancelled it. Where did we go instead?
We did go to Borough Market.
Tell the people.
A lovely place with all the food. The journey, it was nice to go there. It was quite empty as well. It wasn't too hot. It was actually quite windy. It was too many people over there because...
Very popular on TikTok, isn't it?
It was very popular on TikTok.
One of your TikTok trends that you've seen. Everyone else is doing it, so I've got to do it. Let me jump on.
But see, we did go through...
Cringe.
No, we didn't go through the main gate, call it like that. We went from, like, you know, Harry Potter alleyway.
Yeah, diagonal.
And it was quite claustrophobic, I would say, you know?
Oh, yeah, you couldn't swing a cat in there.
No, you couldn't. But we did still find something that we would love to eat. I had a double cheeseburger combo. Smash is what it's called?
Yeah.
And you've had...
I had a pulled pork barbecue, like smash kind of burger.
Yeah. It was... I loved my one.
My one was good. I don't know if it was worth what we paid, but I did get double chips. And
we did. Chips were brilliant.
Fair play to the geezer for charging me for them too, because I'd done the same thing, because I didn't quite know what I was ordering.
He could have blamed that, it was too loud.
Yeah.
An extra £6 in the bank.
If it was like, I don't know, £10-15 less, I think that's very reasonable, but obviously you got to realise you're in London.
Yeah.
Very different. I finally paid you back for my bet loss.
Yeah.
Obviously that's what that was for. Then we went... I mean, I don't feel like you've hyped up the food yet. Are you going to talk about, like, the bakeries?
No, because I'm coming there.
All right, okay, all right. I'll let you land.
Because that's what we first ate the main, right?
Yes, we did. And I ate, like, 1 million chips. I overdone it.
It was quite hard to understand, well, for you to understand where the food is coming from. You were like, where the food is coming from? I was like, number 19. Number 19. And I was like, Charlie, just move to the left.
It was the
worst.
worst.
Like, where am I going?
It was the worst best McDonald's I've ever been in.
And then, obviously, there was no seats or anywhere to sit. We were literally sitting on a payment. You know?
Literally.
Like, literally. There was, like, pigeons around, flies around and everything. But it was still nice. And then, obviously, after we finished food, I wanted some dessert. And we went around through the market again, and the pastries looked banging. They looked delicious.
I have all the pictures and all that, don't
worry. Well, my pictures.
Yeah.
And we decided to buy brioche buns.
Didn't even eat one of them.
You did eat one.
We didn't even eat one of them, the lemon one.
We didn't, yeah.
Nah.
It's alright.
The pastry died for nothing.
It was free for £16 as well.
No, yeah.
And so we got 2 of the caramelized brioche around with a chocolate mousse inside. And the second one was the lemon brioche.
They were good though.
They were.
When I first tried it, I tried your one first, and then I left mine in the fridge for a couple of days to have it cold. Cold, it was banging. It was so much better.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like, you know, like mousse. It was just like pastry and mousse. It made the chocolate taste more what it should be. But obviously, bakeries are like room temperature warm, so it should have been eaten the way you ate it. I don't think it was all that. But as a mousse, it was so much better.
See, as much as I love chocolate, I would actually prefer brioche without the mousse inside, but just the glazing, caramel,
or just
caramel,
cream.
or just cream, yeah. But I'm in love with brioche, so you can't go wrong with the brioche with me. And then we went for a little walk down to, well, I thought it was Tower Bridge.
Yeah, you struggle with the stairs.
Of course, I always struggle with the stairs.
And you wanted to walk from one half of London to the other half of London, which would have taken up 40 minutes there and 40 minutes back. And then I said, like if we walk, we've got to get back. And you looked at me like, what? Like we're going to teleport or fly from that position. I know London at the back of my hand. It's a lot, like...
I mean, I do know it as well.
And I start like with the people involved as well, everyone you're going to bump into. Horror. But yeah, we eventually got to where you wanted to get to.
But we were on the London Bridge.
Yeah, and then we saw all the sights.
Yeah, we did. And then it started to be a bit cold and it started to get a bit late.
Struggle with the stairs.
You already said that.
Oh, sorry.
But they were narrow as well.
No, I know.
Who made them?
That's obviously down to the architect. And you got to believe in his vision. He's obviously done that for a reason. But it is confusing. Imagine going down there and pissed. You'd have no chance.
No. And then
I've been there and done it. So.
And then coming back on the train, it was packed.
Sardines, wasn't it?
We were sardines. It was hot as well. It was just a Jubilee line that was very bad.
Standard.
But the Elizabeth line was fine. It was okay. We could actually get a seat. But no, it was fine.
We can talk about my trump card now.
What trump
Just
card?
walk around with you going, she's a pregnant lady.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you get in the seat.
No, but as long as you're sitting down, I can sit in front of you. Like stand in front. I literally use you as your human shield now. It's fucking brilliant. It's amazing. I'm like, well, you can't sit here. I'll be like, she's pregnant. I'm sitting down.
I don't have a badge for that as well, and you can't really see
You
when
don't
I'm
need
wearing...
a badge. You've got evidence.
Yeah, but I'm wearing the loose clothes, so you can't really see it.
No, well, we'll put it up if we're ever questioned. Sorry, that's the only time you're going to have to flash someone. Like, flash the belly, innit? Fuck off. Dave Allen versus Johnny Fisher. That's the next part.
Oh.
We watched it.
I did tell you he's going to lose.
Yeah, very sad.
I mean, even though I've seen him in real life, Johnny Fisher.
You've practically met him, like.
I've practically met him.
And you don't know how cool that is. I keep hyping up for you, like. You met the run for ball.
No.
You met Mr. Bosch himself.
No, if I've seen someone else that I'm like in love with, I'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen him.
He's a mountain though, big guy. What do you mean? You don't realise that you've just seen a heavy... He could be like a future British champion, European champion, sorry. And you're just like not impressed. It's just like... You can literally say one day, if he does do it, it'll be like... You can just be like, met him, innit?
Yeah, I can say that.
You're going to find it cool one day.
No, I can say that, but if I was following his journey...
He's one of us. One of us. One of us. One of us.
Sure.
You don't find this as cool as you should.
But yeah, when I saw...
Dave Allen.
Do you want
to... About him speaking first?
It's like,
You was like, and then I heard him speak.
At first I saw him and I was like, oh... He kind of got like more chances than Johnny Fisher.
His chubby belly.
Yeah, and then he starts speaking, and I'm like, Karen.
Does this mean that you hate Northerners?
No.
Just saying.
I'm not hating them, but they do make me feel uncomfortable sometimes when it's...
This is spinning a bit locationist right now. You better save this.
No, it's
I'm
not...
leaving it in.
Not every... Not every single person, because someone might not like my accent and the way I'm talking, my sound of voice.
Some people don't.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
And it's totally fine. I hate my voice. I hate the way I'm talking.
I love your voice.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
You're like, shut up. But...
You're saying because you're not typically used to it, obviously, it stands out more than...
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to say. She's not being rude. Are you?
No.
So just chicken. Yeah, obviously got knocked out in round 5. You need to stop doing this thing where you know who wins just before the fight.
It's my intuition.
No, I know, but you're just like, and I'm like, if I was sitting there and it just felt like AJ all over again, and I'm just like, I wanted to just dig myself a hole and sit in it and just hide, because I felt so sorry for him. Obviously, like the first fight, so close. Yeah, obviously Johnny got the nod, and he couldn't have. And obviously there was a question over whether he won it. But like, I'm just like, he's got
Poor guy got the gas after.
gas and air.
Gas and air.
Okay. What does he do in the rematch? And he either fights the same fight again, which Dabnah will be ready for, or does he do what he did, which ultimately got him knocked out, which is stand behind the jab and walk around the ring? But obviously he's not that kind of fighter. So maybe they got their tactics terribly wrong. And I think even Fisher's come out after and said, like, that's not the kind of fighter I am. I'm a give it fighter. I'm run for ball. I go forward. And I just try and throw my haymakers, and he just wants to fight. Why is he standing behind that lazy? That you saw how awkward that he was in the ring. Like,
yeah, but then
that's not his fight. You know.
But then both of them say they're best friends and they wouldn't mind to lose to each other. You know, so
yeah,
it's like, I don't know, playing in a playground in the sun and then just like, who's the first one to build the castle?
But obviously the way Fisher fighted, it played into Dave Allen's hands because he was just there and he was waiting. And remember, I was telling you, Fisher from the fourth round, don't engage because that's what you want. And Allen wasn't even throwing anything even particularly that well. Like, he was just waiting for them holes and he wasn't wasting any punches. He was just like, if Fisher went over for the right, he'd duck under. Like every punch he landed, eventually, obviously he had the massive brutal knockout after, but everything Allen done was so strategic and so well planned. But it wouldn't have happened if Fisher didn't make it that easy. Like, how can someone take someone their many rounds in the first fight? He should have just replicated that again. I think not his team let him down, but everyone definitely got it wrong on that night.
Maybe.
And I'm just sad because I like him. So I'm just like, and all my fighters just keep getting bigger. And
every time I'm right.
I know. But it won't change me. I'm still a ride and die. I'm still a ride and die AJ fan. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I just like winning, and at the moment I'm just not winning. I'm creating these nights and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. I just keep fucking losing, man. Talking of losing, obviously, just get off his back a little bit, man. Like, I think this is like, I don't know many. He's only had a handful of fights. He doesn't particularly have like an amateur background. I think he's had 2 amateur fights. You know, he's gonna lose at some point. Was Dave Allen a bit too much and like too much of a step up? Definitely. People are gonna lose in fighting. He's getting all this like hate online. I don't think it's warranted. Like, he's just started in this game. He's basically a novice. I don't think it's fair to go at him the way people are, because I mean he took him all the way in the first fight. Should they took the rematch? Probably in hindsight now we know, probably not.
No.
But you know, it's a first loss, and obviously we are getting better fights now than we used to get. You're not going to find as many padded records as you used to. Like, you can't fight like 14 doormen before you enter your step up into the worlds. You can't do that now. And obviously that's because the matchmaking is a lot more different now.
That's the 3rd time you're doing it.
I know. I just want to play the guitar. The daughter loves the guitar. It's a sign. Meeting Jack in the pub. The ex-person I used to work with, Jack.
Me too. Not only you.
Yeah. Well, you do occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
What, just a nice
the old
catch
crew
up?
Meeting up.
Nice catch up, a laugh.
We all used to work together for reference.
And then, obviously, there was a surprise to see Cherie.
Rah, giving out their first name as well.
Oh, the first one is fine.
We have to come up with a name for her then.
I mean, she's my friend in crime, so...
Yeah, partner in crime.
No, she's my friend in crime.
Friend in crime.
Yeah.
Am I your partner in crime then?
Well, not really.
Oh, go fuck yourself then. Yeah, no, good time, lots of food. Where's everything? Just food at the minute.
Yeah.
No wonder I got them £2.
Lots of food. That spider as well that was crawling from the top.
Yeah.
A teeny tiny one.
Tiny, and then I flicked it on you.
Yeah, you did. And I had food in my mouth. I couldn't even say anything. And the worst part, I couldn't even get out of the table because of the belly.
Yeah, no. Well, it was, 2 pregnant ladies on the bench, but by the time I finished my food, my loaded burger, and then 10 wings, which we didn't even finish. Like,
you didn't even want food, apparently.
Yeah, and I didn't even want to eat. I felt ropey on that day too. Should we do my bit now?
What's your bit?
My bit is obviously currently I'm taking a break from drinking.
That was my actual question.
Oh, okay. Well, we can just do your question then.
No, but my question is, how do you feel now that you haven't been drinking for the whole week, plus you had 4 days off, as in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which is a bank holiday, and you've been having football as well on, you've been watching movies, and it was weekend, and you've seen your friend as well, which because you watched the movie, and you're like, nah, I'm still not drinking. So how do you feel about it?
Right, well, first of all, you can stop smiling. I know you're proud of me. I know.
I'm always proud of you.
I know I'm an absolute beast, and you're so lucky. Don't worry, you don't have to say it for you. I'm still shaking. This is my fucking fix.
A little rehab.
Raw. Back in the day, maybe. Back in the day, maybe. Any more jabs you want to throw at me, or you done for a little while?
For a little while.
No, it's been great. Basically, I just hit it pretty heavy recently. I just need to really pull it back, because at times you can be so in, weekend after weekend, meeting people, doing things, planning, enjoying that side of your life, but you can enjoy it to a degree where it's just not fun anymore. And I feel like it's right now to have that break, and I feel better for it. Who wants to wake up with a hangover really anyway? And taking that step back has helped me, get up and go to take you to the dentist and that, and really help each other in that way, be present, be here, rather than off gallivanting, doing my own things.
Sleeping and thinking oh my god,
yeah.
my headache and everything.
And it's I can sit in the pub and have them 2 glasses of Coke. I actually liked it.
I still enjoying doing conversation.
I didn't mind it. I did grab workmates Jack's pint for
you did.
That's just because it's natural, but that just made me laugh. But I don't miss it. I certainly don't miss it. And like I was saying to my mum, that conversation that we had, this is my final term. This goes into just when the football's on.
Occasional, basically.
Just when there's something on, and just not just sitting there on a Saturday, on a Friday and a Saturday, just having a few. What's the point? What's that achieving? Yeah, and this is the last step.
If before you would be just having a beer, watching TV shows. Now you're not having a beer. You having a conversation with me. You writing something for the new podcast, or you creating a new lyric for your songs.
Album out soon, guys.
Huh?
Album out soon.
Oh. Or I don't know, you're just what should we do? So you're kind of intrigued about...
Just want to be present.
Yeah, you just want to be present.
And I also, it's good Jedi training for when the baby's here, because it's not really going to happen anymore. So my original plan, why I was planning to do so many things, is fully get out of my system. But I think my system's a lot less than what I think it is. I thought I could go until and really get it all out, but to be honest, I was probably done about a month ago, really, when I'm just going through the motions. Obviously not forcing myself to drink in any weird way like that, but just planning things, just doing things for no reason.
Yeah.
When I'd rather go cinema or get up with you or go out,
Yeah, look,
do that
in
shit
one day, you could have, if you were still drinking at that moment, just end up in a pub.
Oh, definitely.
Come back late evening with more beers, probably watching your YouTube, and go to sleep. But what you actually done, you woke up early, you shaved your beard.
Yeah.
You
Hey, I'm all clean shaven now.
trimmed.
Ladies.
You went to see a friend. You went to the comic shop. You went to see the movie. I don't know if you went to the pub for the two. You said you were gonna have like.
No, I was gonna, but obviously I've got my bad boy frappe in it.
Oh
so.
right. So you got your frappe. You walked through the town. You spoken to your friend, best friend, about things that you shouldn't be talking about. Or should be talking about, and you just like you remember it, you know.
Yeah. No, it's been good. I think a lot of it was just proving to myself it's not an issue, which I didn't think it was it. Anyway, pulling back and seeing how long I can go for, really, and you know, probably do next weekend until something comes up to the like I said, till there's like a boxing night or like a wedding or a party, you know, like. Things like that, and then obviously that's going to help my £2. Most importantly, should fly off. And now I actually feel like I can go back to training. I don't feel so. I'm just full of food at the moment, but that's just because of the weekend. And look, it's done me the world of good.
It did. And
now, I think within 2 weeks I will actually look forward to a pint rather than just like, well, I guess I better drink then. And that's it. So that was your question?
That was my question.
Oh, okay. So we've done your question already. Back to football.
Are you joking?
The Man United versus Tottenham Europa League final. Yeah, no, exactly. Who cares?
Who cares?
But it's topical, so we need to talk about it. Do you want them views? Do you want people to listen to this podcast? You're not sounding like you do. Right, obviously I was in the Man United camp, even though there was a London team in the final, because it happened to be Tottenham and I'm a West Ham fan. Hate on me, all you want. No, initially I didn't want Tottenham to win that. I didn't. But Man United turned up so bad that, you know what, I'm not even asked. I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm just not asked. Two teams, it was an awful final to watch, but obviously from a Spurs perspective, getting the ball literally just over the line, a P-roller that just went in, is outrageous. And obviously now Tottenham have a bit of silverware than we did or do. So I'm only just going to say fair play. But yeah, I was Team United. And obviously Jack from X-Work, he wasn't happy. He was very sad.
I can imagine.
Because he's a United fan. And I was rooting for him, but honestly, they were so bad they didn't deserve to win. Tottenham just got their goal and it happened to P-roll in. But yeah, I can imagine that's real pain for Man United fans because that was kind of their thing to save the season. Saying that though, Tottenham and Man United have, well, obviously they had their game. West Ham, we've still finished above them. We actually finished in 14th place when the season started.
Oh, is it?
When the season ended. So, you know, we've got that over them. Spurs can win a trophy, but they still can't even get above West Ham this season. So, game's a game. West Ham still win somehow. Anything you want to add?
To Tottenham game and Man United?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not a fan of any teams.
I'm not a fan of either of them. I said at work, I hate them both equally. I want them both to lose, but
I only empathised when I went online and I saw like an old granddad cheering for that one goal after so many years for them to win, you know, and it was just that pure emotional moment.
For the Tottenham fans?
Yeah.
Who cares?
No, but it's not about...
Who cares?
No, it's not about...
Who cares?
It's not about Tottenham fans. It's about an older person finally...
I mean, for that old person, it's only been something like 17 years since they've won something.
Exactly.
It's not a long time.
19.
It's not a long time.
But still, it was nice.
I had to wait 27 years to see West Ham win something.
You are 27.
No, that's what I'm saying. And even before that, we haven't won anything. So, I get what you're saying. Poor old man. Good for him reliving his youth and seeing it happen again. But who cares?
I even liked it.
It's Tottenham.
I even liked it.
Right. Well, does that mean you're more Tottenham then?
Nope.
Okay. And yeah, like I had some family that support Tottenham, but it doesn't change the facts.
What do we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
What do we think of shit?
Tottenham. Thank you. That's all right. Next note. Baby kicking heavy now, smashing ribs. Tanya, do not say we spoke about this last week like you have in the last two. I'm talking about an update. More so you understand what I'm saying. Baby update. Brackets, because you're the mum.
And you're the dad?
Brackets, hope so.
That's outrageous.
Sorry.
You basically openly called me a hoe right
now.
now.
No, how? I also called myself. I said, I hope I'm the dad. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I suppose. I take it back. I'm sorry. Do you want to go back to the other segment?
Fucking hell.
I was only joking, and I'm sorry.
She's not kicking my ribs yet. She's still a bit too small.
I just said
that.
it so you realise that we're moving on from last week, and for you not to say, "Oh, we've said this already." It's a baby update, isn't it?
She's very visible right now.
Yeah.
During the night, you still can't catch her as well.
I'm not there in the night.
Not yet. Well, you're there, but you're sleeping.
I'm Batman during the night. I don't know if you realise, like, when you're asleep, I get up as a fight crime of a night. I check that she's okay. You want to see Tanya's face right now? I check that she's alright. Go fight crime. Come back. You don't even know. And I leave my cape outside and everything. You never know. I'm a superhero.
I wonder at what moment, because from 1:30 till like 5 a.m. I'm literally wide awake.
Then 5 minutes you can't think about is when I'm fighting crime.
Right. She said it's a bollocks.
Well, she knows it's true. So go on.
No, now during the night times, when I have to go to the bathroom for like 120 times, I can see her head. Because her head is on the right side and her legs are on the left side. So on the left side, that's where the madness is happening. As in, like, she's kicking so many times. Like yesterday, like we counted 11 times of the kicks. Yeah. But on the right side, it's just a slow motion of the snake. You know, and it's a cool feeling, but not when she's going a bit too low to my bladder or anything else. But she's starting to kick a bit more up in my stomach. And she's more responsible to your hand now as well.
Yeah, responsive. Yeah. So it said in my recent post on Instagram, it says she's gone from dodging my hand like a ninja to spinning in it like a pink Sonic.
That's a nice quote.
I smashed that in one as well. Use that as a soundbite. That'll probably be clipped up soon. Yeah, no, it's great. Healthy,
yeah.
Big fat turkey baby. We love it.
I can't believe you called me like a Christmas turkey, stuffing turkey.
Yeah, no, but it shows he's a healthy baby. It's not a diss. It's actually a compliment.
Yeah, then your sister's partner said, "Oh, she's going to be a big baby."
100% gonna be a big baby. Any other updates?
What, on a baby?
No appointments coming, is there?
I actually do have an appointment, but it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming around quickly, isn't it?
It is, because
3 months, then there'll be 3 of us. Ish.
Well, starting from 3.
Well, you can say 3 just in case it's early, obviously.
I can't believe you just said I'm 32 weeks like 2 weeks ago.
No, hey, look, like, sometimes I have one too many, a pint of Coca-Cola, and I just say things.
How many weeks I am now?
27.
How many times I said last time?
Was that right?
No.
Fuck. I don't know.
So last time I was 23.
Oh, 24. Oh, it's 3 out. 3 out's alright.
No, it's
not.
No,
4 out, sorry.
That's a whole month.
Hey, everyone makes mistakes, and that's my second. I apologise.
Yeah, so I've got 3 more.
I'll be better.
I've got 3 more weeks until my second trimester finish, and I'm into my last trimester. Changes to the body happening. Still no stretch marks.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign.
Stretch clear. Me too.
So
I could have stretch marks. Oh, I'm nervous. It's my 3rd podcast. I've never done a 3rd one. This is my hat trick. This might not even make it out. We don't know yet. Okay, we're cutting that out for sure.
You can't?
No.
Why?
If you're happy to leave it in, then...
I don't care.
You're mad. Yeah, go on.
It's nothing to be ashamed
I don't think we should leave that in.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm going to bleep the word then.
Then I can't really expand my changes.
Then that's fine.
Mario.
Right, no. We're taking this whole bit out, okay? Tanya's ruined it. I'll sum it up in some kind of way. I'll put like a little text on the thing or something. No. Right. I was going to do my Thunderbolts review, then we'll go into what the F we watching. Yeah?
Yeah.
Then we're done. Well, then we got my question, and then we're done. I'm just going to rattle through this because we spent longer on topics than we normally should have. This is my review. It's what I wrote when I come out of the cinema. Thunderbolts.
The Star.
Star, yeah. Thunderbolt Star, right. Marvel movies are back. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I am currently going through my ranking system. Don't worry. I'll get there. Better than Captain America, the bird one. Close that window. I'm actually getting rained on and I'm inside.
You can feel it?
Yes.
Oh, it's because it's windy.
Oh, is it? Oh, I
It'll
thought it was
finish in
raining.
20
I thought there was no roof. Where was I? Better than Captain America, the bird one, definitely. And that had the Red Hulk in it, but you're sitting there the whole time you're waiting for the Red Hulk to appear.
Red Hulk?
Not in this film, in the other one. Great emotion, brought it back down to a ground level, a normal film just focused on each individual character, where they're going through and how they're going to have to conquer their demons, come together and save the next threat. Red Guardian was hilarious for me. He steals the show. US Agent, my friend said that was his favourite character. Really came into his own in this film. Didn't really get his time in the other series that he's been in, but in this he was so good. But I just prefer the Red Guardian's humour. He's the Russian super soldier, which is why we need to watch it, because you'll just find it hilarious. He's like Drax.
Okay.
You know Drax in the Avengers films.
Mm-hmm.
He just says things in the moment that are just so dumb. But I think it's more closer to the character he is in the comics. So it's just so funny. Then Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky, he's good as always. Black Widow 2.0, she was okay, and the rest of the cast was okay. But those were the three characters to really write home about that stole the show. Action was okay. Don't think there was enough, but what can you do with them characters really to like bring it up? Because obviously you've got the villain in it called Sentry. Well, yeah, Sentry was the villain in this story, and then he's got this alter ego inside of him, which is called the Void, which is all the shadows. Does like motions, and it will turn people into just shadows. It's actually quite daunting for a Marvel film, really. Like it goes from people moving to nothing, and there's just stills of shadows on the floor. Quite creepy. Got a problem with the title and Marvel in general because it's called the Thunderbolts. We're getting into spoilers here. Just want to say, I mean, you've had 3 weeks to watch it, but skip to the next time code if you don't want to hear. Obviously called Thunderbolts Asterix. That's what it's called. But they're actually called the New Avengers. Which they spoiled like 4 days after the movie come out, and that was unavoidable. Why would you do that? Like, people need more than 4 days to go. And, like, some people might have fucking work. Like, stop trying to like. What they're trying to do, they're trying to like package it out, so like to get people in, but they don't do anything with the New Avengers characters. And then also, what they're gonna do when all the big heroes are back, the actual Avengers, you know, like Thor comes back, blah blah blah, like. Ain't got to do anything with them characters. There's a post-credit scene which touches on this, how they're trying to sue each other over the Avengers name, but it's just like, I feel like they've just used this title to sell the film, but also didn't use it to sell the film. They've just gone, Thunderbolts, what is the asterisk? What is their name going to turn into? Oh, the New Avengers, but you're never going to see that these group of people as a group be the New Avengers, but then it's going to go to Doomsday. When everyone's back, they ain't going to give a shit about this little group. So, I find that weird. The second post-credit scene is the Fantastic Four ship coming into orbit. You're not going to watch it, so I might as well tell you. So that means that either their planet's blown up, which is what happens at the end of their film, because that is the next film, and they're coming to the MCU world. So that was pretty interesting, but you could tell it was filmed after, so that they can promote this Fantastic Four film. But I trying to make it part of one story. But yeah, I didn't feel robbed of money. It was a great film. Marvel films are back, definitely. But I just think they could have definitely done more with the story, action-wise. But the story for characters brought it down to a ground level that, you know, we all work. We do feel like we go through the motions and we hide a lot of emotion. I thought we'd done well with that. You haven't really seen that in a Marvel movie. What the fuck are you watching? We watched the Tom Hardy Havoc film.
It was...
What did you think of that?
Oh, it was good, but it was too graphic for me.
Too graphic for you. I mean, I'm just watching the screen with love eyes the whole time. Just like, there's my boy.
No, it's
there's my boy.
If I wasn't expecting, you know, and I was watching the movie, I would be fine. But because it was too... Like, I'm normally fine with the graphic videos and pictures because I watch criminology and everything. But I guess it's just her not liking it. It was just too much. I don't like the... Too much action, too much thriller.
That was just full on, wasn't it? Like, that
it's
was
just non-stop.
From the start to the finish, just bum, 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 bum.
But it was brilliant. It was a brilliant story as well.
Good. It was good to see him in like a detective kind of like, because he was like the anti-cop. He was like Luther, if you've watched Luther, like good at his job, but like kind of is on the line between what he should do and what he can't do. And then you've been re-watching and you've done like Lucifer and the whole time I've been asleep because you haven't been sleeping.
I love Lucifer. I think that's my 4th time re-watching it now.
I don't know. What, this year probably?
No, it's just... I love the character. I love the actor himself.
Oh, yeah, you do. Fucking fancy him, don't you?
Kind of.
Yeah, relax yourself, yeah. I'm getting jealous.
Oh, since when?
Hey, men have feelings too.
No, it's nice to watch something very easy that you don't have to focus on during the night, because I'm trying to fall asleep but I'm not sleeping, you know. But if it was something new, I would have to like, oh my god, what did they say? I have to rewind it again. Yeah. But
no, you do proper love it, and obviously I'm a sucker too. I was going no, leave it on.
It's like you putting Suits.
Yeah, you got your shows in it that are just like they're timeless. You can just keep playing them.
You don't have to watch them, but you know exactly what's happening. You know.
Yeah. I thought I should mention that because that is like the reason there's not much here is because you've just solidly been watching that, like filling your time in.
Yeah.
Apart from there's only 2 main things that we've watched, so and we'll get onto that. Harry Potter 2 for the millionth time. Fucking.
Not 2. I watched the Goblet of Fire, which is for the first time because I normally watch the Half-Blood Prince.
And to be fair, I've done what I always did. Like I was working, I was doing my music at the time, and I was like, no, you can put the next one on. So I'm just as bad. Yeah,
you didn't hate on it when you were like, no, why would you watch it?
No, but where does it come? Like, I think we kind of had a conversation, and I was just like, no, wait, we'll leave it for the podcast. Like, your timeless classics, like you just keep coming back to them. Like, what is that like? And it's any mood too. Like, you can just watch it and watch it and watch it. Like, why do you think that is? Like, obviously that shows how good it is, but
I don't know. I think it's just because I watched it for the first time when it came out on CD.
DVD, she means.
No, I bought it on CD. I didn't buy it on the DVD.
You can't buy it on DVD.
CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CD in the case. It's a DVD.
DVD is like the cassette.
No, that's VHS.
No, that's VHS.
The CD is a DVD.
Okay.
I'm right, but go on.
So, when I first time got it, my mum bought it for me. At first I was actually quite scared to watch it because I was quite young, very young. But then I kept on watching it, and it's just like, you know, when you're a child and it's just like your mind just takes you into that fantasy.
Yeah, it's a fantasy world, isn't it? It's an adventure. It's it's just another world, isn't it? Like you just
and I think it
immersed in it.
It was so good for that time that, you know, when you're older, you can't bring yourself into the fantasy anymore. You're not going to imaginary friend, you know, next to you. But because you had that feeling when you were younger, I think you're just coming back to just to refill the childhood, you know. So that's why when I'm going to be 80, hopefully 90, you know, I'm still going to be watching Harry
you'll
Potter.
still be banging them out, like.
And I know our daughter will be watching them.
We'll just watch it through fucking summer, and then you'll be like, "Oh, it's winter vibes now," and I'm gonna be like, "Absolutely not." You'll be like, "It's Christmas." Like, so you can't win because it is just a timeless classic.
It is.
And then you showed me After. I wasn't really interested, but I'll leave you with
Well,
it,
After is more for like teenagers, and it's not really a movie to watch. I would say it's much better to read the books.
And then I've never seen someone who like say like, watch this, and then halfway through go, oh, I didn't want to watch this one, I wanted to watch the second one. Then you put the second one on, and then you turn that one off, and I'm like, does she like it or not?
Yeah, because as I said, I've enjoyed the books more because it's more descriptive.
So the book's better than the film?
It's much better.
Why is that?
Even just as simple as describing a character, you know,
Well, you said he had more tattoos in the book.
He had more tattoos, he was more brutal, he was more mouthy, he was more passionate about manly as well. But here it was just like a fucking stick with a big nose, you know, and just 3 tattoos on his body, you know. And it's not exciting, but it is exciting to see the different parts further of the movie because something is happening. But the first one, you're just like, the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
You know?
No, it was all right. Like I got what it was, but like you said, like it's another teenage coming of age film.
Yeah.
It's like just like everyone's young, they have their heart throbs, like everything in their world at that time is so important. So like I got it, but I don't know. It was just like obviously she doesn't kiss him, right, and then he goes, all right, I've been rejected, so watch me make her fall in love with me, even though I'm not feeling that. Then obviously he ends up falling in love. Of course he fucking does. And it was just like, I don't know. It's just.
I remember.
I almost didn't need any words. Like that could have just been a vision.
Yeah.
A visual, and I would have worked it out.
But I like the moment when you were like, nah, I don't want to watch it. And then when you found out that he just done it because of the day, your mouth went like, what did he do?
See, that's you though. Like I've stolen it off of you. Like now, like things that wouldn't like honestly, like back in the day, if I was watching it, I'd be like, yeah, of course, like cringe, you know.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm like, I feel like I'm a chick flicker. You know, like I'm in it. And then hey, take it away because you've earned this weight, you've earned this time. Clarksons farm.
Oh.
Alright, she's rolled her eyes back. Fucking hell, calm down.
No, I just love anything that links to nature. I love anything that links to farm and hard work that is not visible, you know, because we buy fruits and vegetables from the shop.
You don't think about where it comes
You don't
from,
think about what it actually takes, because look at Clarkson, how long it takes him with the floods, with the barriers,
you
with
can't even grow
the
anything,
government and everything, with the rules just for a bag of potatoes, you know.
And we just pick it off the shelf.
And we just pick it off the shelf.
Like we moan about going to the shops, being able to get it from the shop. Like we're not there in the front lines growing it, and you know, having to spend time with it. Like it's so easy for us, but they're in the eye of the storm, right?
And when you think about
literally with the rain, in the eye of the storm. When
you think about when you go to an actual farm shop and you see the prices, instead of £2 for, I know, 1 kg of the potatoes is like a £5. You're like, what the fuck is that? But then when you watch something like Clarkson Farm, you're like, oh, but it did take him 2 years instead of like 6 months. It did take him to buy a 230,000 tractor that will break in like half an hour. You know,
everything he spends money on that's expensive.
Exactly.
Never fucking works.
And when you think about it, you start to appreciate it even more.
No, of course.
Yes, it's expensive for us, most of the times, but you still understand it. Plus, my dad loves that show as well. He absolutely loves it.
So, what was your funny parts? What was your funniest parts that happened that you can pull from your head? I like the pig bit when she was just like, oh, like imagine like that you haven't had kids, like stop telling us how to deal with the pregnant kids.
I think that was funny. And then when new girl Harriet,
she was
great. Brilliant. She was brilliant. Everyone is talking about over online that they want her back.
Oh really?
Yeah,
nice.
They were like Harriet is better than Caleb.
She started shaky though.
She did.
Started a bit like cringe, like doing too much, but then you kind of like I said, like you'll get to know her character. Then you'll bring that expectation bar compared to Caleb right down, and I feel that's what happened because we were sad to see her come in, and we've just only really got to know her. So she must be a really nice, genuine person. I was talking about farming and the death in farming for males and that. I didn't know that was a thing. So yeah,
I think it was really nice to see a working lady, which you don't really see most of the time. It isn't she had her hair down, she still had her lashes and everything, but then some of the girls around you were like, oh, it's dirty, I'm not going to touch it. But then her, she's just she's covered in oil and everything. The funniest part for me, Harriet talking about pig's clitoris.
Yeah, that was funny. When she was his wife is just don't worry, he's never found a clitoris. Exactly.
Yeah. That was one. Second of all, when she was riding the tractor for the first time, but recording a TikTok video, and then Clarkson finding it out, they were like, she just recorded that.
No, she's recording now.
Yeah. Whilst driving the tractor. And the third part, when Clarkson was like, I'm going to invite Lisa for a romantic dinner in a pub. But in fairness, in reality, it's just to talk about our pub plan.
Yeah, no. It goes, invited her to dinner to talk about my farm. Yeah. And then you can hear him, cuts in talking about the farm, and she's just rolling her eyes that ain't happening. No. Because all us men, we've got all these ideas, but getting them past the boss man is a lot harder.
It is.
And then we watched You.
And we finally finished
it. We've just finished this, by the way, just for context.
It was too good.
Take it away, Tanya.
It was too fucking good. Bronte Louise, whatever you call her, she was...
Oh, spoilers, by the way, but it has been out for about 3 weeks. It's been out for
a long time now. More, 2 months.
I think it's 3 weeks. That final season. It's been about 3 weeks. Look, you've got the week it comes out, and then I think you give a week, and then one more. It's been 3. We can definitely spoil it.
So
skip to the next time code if you don't want to know.
It's at first obviously it was surprising for Bronte Louise, whatever her name is, falling in love with such character and being passionate about him, which she did actually play well, creating the illusion for us that she's actually enjoying that.
Oh, when she hadn't shown what she actually was. Yes. Yeah, that was brilliant. I believed it. I thought she was just going to be another victim. I didn't realise she was taking him down.
Exactly.
That was mad.
And then when you're actually finding out that it was the whole plan, and she still continued to play the role after thinking that Joe's wife Kate died in a fire, which she didn't, which was brilliant as well to see. And she was the only one to take him down. As in, it just takes one woman out of how many.
And her group had all them plans, and then obviously she blurred the lines with Joe, but ultimately she come back round the other way. So it was 3 stages of there was the trusting issues, then there was the denial, then there was the realization, and it come full circle. And the length she had to, and what she had to go through to take him down, and then obviously put him in prison because she knows him well enough to know that what will actually kill him is not being killed. It's being lonely and not being around everyone. And I just thought that was brilliant because I didn't want her to kill him. And obviously he'd gone so far in the shit that he'd done that she just really took everything out of him.
Yeah.
And
because he's that type of a person that needed attention and someone to look after, as
someone to play with.
It's not even to play with, it's to have a reason to kill for.
Yeah.
As in, he looked at her in the wrong way. I'm gonna fucking
kill him. And he broke her ankle as well. Like,
oh, that was crazy.
Just like,
that was crazy.
And then she was just like, of course you did. And like, even it shows you like the breadcrumbs that they were dropping. Like, when she realised, oh, you broke my ankle so that I was hurt. So if I ever needed to get away, I literally couldn't. But he just says it to her like, oh, you rolled your ankle. And I'm like, you fucking psychopath. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't believe it was so, and obviously the pressure that they must have been under to like let the story hit after all these seasons, and obviously around 3 or 4 you kind of drift in and out of it. You're kind of bored because he just meets another person and he's obsessed with them, but you know he's gonna kill her. We finally got back onto it, so like we definitely need to watch the London series that we fell out of love. Yeah, because we've missed that whole block. But you know, at that point we were so done with it, so they've done really well to pull it back round the other side.
How crazy it was to see that girl Marion still alive.
Yeah. No, yeah.
When we literally saw her being killed on the field.
No, I know, yeah.
And then at the end when Joe was drowning Bronte, I'm like, for fuck's sake, this is not going to finish. There's going to be another season. I have to wait again.
No, well, they had to finish it.
They had to finish it.
It's the final season, but...
But then, yeah, she just held the gun in front of him and shoot him in the butt.
No, I know. When he, one of the comments was just like, Joe's gone from a 10 to a 2-inch. I was like, oh, that's brilliant. But yeah, what a story, like, as one story.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Amazing.
I think I will rewatch it once again.
That's definitely worth the rewatch. It's just that, obviously, once we get through the London one, we'll be able to pick, because obviously we were lost at times because we just fell out of love with it. Like,
it was just one season that we were like, oh, it's just the same thing, you know.
But as soon as they brought it back, we knew we wanted to watch it. But that will help us piece more things together. Like, oh, that was that, and blah blah blah. You
would understand his mentality even more.
And then the story would then be able to gauge if we could watch it as one block, as we were. But yeah, so many like jaw-dropping moments, like literally just watching it. And, like,
you know what was the craziest bit, I think, for me, and I even cried when the son was like, "Oh, Dad, do you remember the time when you said there is no monsters in the room? But in reality, you are the monster."
There was a monster. Oh, it was you.
That killed.
And it was just like everything that was like you, which is obviously the name of the show. Like, so good. And then obviously, like, I don't think they'll bring it back because the story's finished, but he's in prison now, so maybe they'll go down like the whole like letter route, which is like a, you know, I don't think they should. I think they should leave it where it is. But you know, like the fan mail that all these serial killers get when they're in prison,
like Dabnah.
It could turn into that. But I think just leave it where it is because you
don't want more.
You've alluded to it. You don't need to do much more past that point. No one's going to watch a series where he's just in a cell, you know.
But it is a reality of reality.
Yeah. Like
that he became a serial killer, and for someone he's just like a hero because he was protecting the ladies. You know,
not just the heroes who like that. They like that fear, like that. They like the victim mentality of just like
bad romance, TikTok book girls readers.
Yeah, right up a girl's alley.
And it just shows. I know if it was fictional, but again, I'm comparing it to Dabnah. It was real, but he still had fans to ask questions, to say, you know what, I would love you to fuck me.
I'd love you
to
do this, like,
or that.
Like almost be a victim. Oh, it's so weird, like, but it was so good. So that was you. That's all we've really been spending our time on. We're gonna top 100%. One of the best things that we've watched, I'd say. Lucifer's just come up on the screen. Now we'll tell you what we're gonna watch. Obviously, we've got Clarksons farm continued.
Yeah.
Obviously, you yesterday when you were pissed off at the episodes.
I was so fucking pissed. Because I saw the episodes.
I was thinking that when you were like, "There's 4 more," and I was like, "I know there's 4 more coming out, but I don't think they're out yet." And then obviously it says available to. But it shouldn't cock tease you like that. Anyway, it should just like either not be on there. Or have the, you know, where it's on the banners when it's got the announcement.
Yeah, tell them.
But don't put them in as like episodes. It's so
tell
weird.
Them.
I can't do that. But we're gonna watch Cheat on Netflix. By the way, if you watch any of these things, don't ruin it. Not that we've got that many listeners, but we're gonna watch that. That's me. As I said, I've turned into we need to find a term for a bloke who turns into a girl who fucking like wants to watch like chick flicks. Like,
you know how many videos I see online?
I'm gooey inside. I'm never normally like that.
Yeah, when girls were like, "Oh, watch it with me," and the girls are, "Nah, this is just soap," you know, like it's just drama, girls' drama. And then you see him just peeking up from the kitchen.
No.
And then he comes close, and then he brings the snack, and you start watching it with him. And like, tell me what happened before, so I can understand the story, you know.
And then we just got to find a day to watch Sinners because I need to watch that. It's probably be a bit too much for you again, but I want to watch it, so we're gonna have to. And now it's my question.
Oh God.
And then we are done.
What is your question?
Do people ever really change, or do you think they just become more of who they already are?
Oh.
So do people change, or was it always in them, you're just seeing it happen? Positively and negatively, obviously.
Would I take you as an example?
You can do whatever you want. You take anyone, for example. Take Lucifer for example.
Nah.
He can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do it. I think for us, for people who don't know the person or the person's inner soul, it's a change in our eyes. But in reality,
it was always where they was headed.
It always there, but their head was in the sun. They were showing to people what they wanted to show. A mask, call it like that. But in reality,
a podcast mask.
A podcast mask.
I want you to listen to my podcast.
But in reality, whatever the person is feeling, whatever the person is going through, it was always there. The action and everything. But it was, he or she was changing the way they would reply or act for the society or whoever they were around with, so they could just be part of it. But yeah, for us, for everyone, it would be just a change and be like, oh, you know what, he changed, he stopped drinking, he stopped doing this, he stopped going out. But in reality, that was a term of, I wanted to stop drinking because it was something that was affecting me. I wanted to stop doing this because I didn't have time with my family. But in reality, that's all I wanted. But I couldn't because I had to be present for the teens, the social life. So I could not be abandoned during that time, because in our society right now, if you're not present in clubs or anything, or you're not going to the jukebox,
you're irrelevant.
You're irrelevant. Yeah, you're like you're just not part of
boring.
It. You're boring. Yeah.
No, I get that. I think people do change. I think you can be one person and change, but at the same time, in saying that, I think some people just don't change. So I think both answers to the same question. So, you know, you can repeatedly do something, or you can make a change about it, and maybe if you make that change, you ultimately become what you was gonna anyway. But I think at times it can be hard to change, and you can slip into habits, and unless you address them, I think it's all about finding out if something you're doing is bad or whether you think it's good, but knowing either way.
A good example would be Bronte from You. Her name is Louise. She's a writer. She is a lovely human being. But she created her personality as Bronte, as a girl who loves violence, who loves drama, and she's into that. So she could have easily stayed as Bronte.
Oh yeah.
Because she enjoyed that life. She enjoyed the hype.
Person that she made.
That person. But she just decided to stay as Louise. And Bronte was just there to find out something.
Just a character.
Just to be a character.
Yeah, no, see, I think our lives, it's going well deeper, like, I think our lives are already planned out, but I think there are certain times where you're in the road and you can go down a certain lane, and I know I've had them moments in my life so many times where like I have picked the wrong road, but I have also picked the right road. Even though that means I ultimately end up in the same place. Maybe I'm just going the longer way around. And I think we see our lives as I think we should see our lives as a film. We just don't know the ending. We're just on this roller coaster, but we are in the seat. But ultimately, the roller coaster is going to finish one day, and it's about during this ride just picking the best parts that you can, or the lesser of two evils, the whole way through. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is you can influence your life to a degree, but I think it's going a certain way anyway. But obviously, if something is really, really bad in your life and you do even question it, then I think if you're questioning it, then you do have to address it. What do you think of that?
That's true. Yeah.
So your answer is people change, or there was always that person? For good or for bad?
It's 50-50.
No, of course it is. It's however you look at it.
It's always that person. It's always there. It does change in our eyes as a third person, but it's never changed in a person's actual life.
It's like you say, like, it was always in me to change. Like, I always give you a lot of credit for the steps that I've made. Like, I always just go, I say it all the time, like, you saved me, blah, blah, blah. Cringe. You know, like, but you always say back, no, that was always you. I just, didn't even push you to do it. I showed you another way. I always tell you. And I suppose that's what the question is.
I always tell you, if I didn't see in you that you would change, I wouldn't be with you. So somehow, through the mask, them years ago that I've seen, I've seen the real you. Oh my god, I keep on saying you, and I'm just imagining Joe.
You see me as Joe?
No.
Yeah, you better.
So I somehow, of a glitch.
Yeah,
I saw glitch. I saw
glimpse,
that.
You're trying to say. Sorry,
I don't know whatever I'm saying.
you saw something.
Yeah.
Yeah, glimpse.
Glimpse.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that just for a second, and that made me realize that.
Soon I'll realize it.
You will realize that too, but it will take a while. And look at now, you did realize.
But to answer what you're saying, I always would have got there. So your answer's the same as mine. It's both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have always got it, but it just takes that one moment to show.
A little push. We've done your question, so we've come to the end. Don't cry. Don't be sad. This is a long episode.
That was fucking long.
Food next. But it's going to be worth it.
Burger.
Smash burger. The clips that we can get from this are going to be great. And as always, I'll hand it over to you to do the outro.
No,
this is the new thing. Sorry.
No.
Every week until you get it right, we're going to do it.
Why me?
It's funny, Tanya. That's the only reason. People say the funniest part of your podcast is when your co-host tries to sing it out.
Especially foreign.
Hey, I didn't say
I'm foreign, I can say that.
I didn't say it. Go on.
Well, thank you for listening to us.
Yeah. I'll turn around. Go on.
No, you don't have to. I don't care. No, thank you for listening. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you write the questions if you would like to hear anything else. Hopefully we'll be back next week. Hopefully there will be something new to share.
Always.
And to talk about. Yeah, always. There's no football anymore, so my god, what are we gonna talk about?
Find more topical points to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, June is coming soon, so there'll be more things to do. And yeah, I'll pass it to you.
Worst assist ever.
I'm sweating.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you comment and you share the podcast, please. We're trying to push the clips as much as possible so we can get you in nice little bite-sized pieces. Then hopefully you then continue to watch the whole episode. Make sure that when you're skidding on ice, You rub yourself in butter. Your boy Dabs out. Bye from my co-host too.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
See you later.
Bye.